I've been here every year, 28 years. We ran in the race for years and years. Myself and Dave Brown was on our team. I don't know, we ran for maybe 12, 15 years, maybe a few more, and then it just got so busy. Dan got so busy with everything that he has to do and all the fires that he has to put out. And I started announcing at the third one. I did not announce the first two. Of course, I ran in the first two, but I have announced this would make my 26th year doing that.
26 years. And your crew that you've got on the rock with you?
Oh, they're just great. I mean, you can't believe once that race starts down there. I was talking to Dan Ope about this morning. I mean, you just cannot believe they operate like like a Cummins engine down there. It just everybody knows what they're doing. Those timers get the time. They come and give it to the secretary. They're right back in their position. And when this race starts, if you're on that rock, there's no talking. There's no business.
Well,
it's get after it.
Sitting right below you there on the ledge, and so I get to watch what goes on, and it looks like it's a well-oiled machine up there.
It really is. I mean, everybody knows their job, and they do their job, and don't spill over on anybody else. It's just a great bunch to work with.
Now, who's announcing with you this year?
Okay, the past two performances, Dean Holman. Dean and myself will work Thursday, Friday's performance, and then today, Saturday and Sunday, Andy Stewart from Louisiana.
I've met Andy.
And Andy is just awesome. Andy last year was voted among the top PRCA rodeo announcers in the world. Coming up, and I'm pretty sure it's in the month of March, they're going to have the largest one-day rodeo in the world. It's in Cowboy Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The payout is $2 million, and Andy Stewart's announcing that rodeo. So that just shows you the caliber and the quality of people that Dan Ope hires.
That's great. Well, I know you guys keep it rolling. I always say there's never even time to get up and go to the bathroom during the races.
And really, there's not.
There's not. Actually, there's not. You miss something if you do.
Get you a bottle of water or two, get sit down and get ready. Because at 1 o'clock, from 1 until 3:20, 3:15, it's
Do you have any estimate of how many people's here this year?
You know, I don't. And I work several events a year, but this crowd is so hard to guesstimate because they are spread out so much. You know, I mean, from here on the bluff, plumb across Stan's Bottoms, to the Buffalo Rock, even over on South Fork, his neighbor, I have no idea.
Well, I know they usually give us the number of horses and mules that come in on Sunday.
Yesterday, we were right at 5,000 mules and horses.
Okay. Now, you do other announcing events?
Yes, ma'am, I do. At one time, I worked around 85 to 100 rodeo performances a year, but I backed way off of that. I'm trying to cut my schedule down and just stay at home a lot more than what I once did. I've got 6 grandkids, and they live right there close to us, and it's just time to be at the house.
Are them going to get involved in this chuck wagon race?
Well, they were over last night roping.
All right.
Our oldest one is in the 3rd grade, and then our youngest one, 2.5. Of course, they're 3 years old now. He'll be 3 years old this week.
I'm sure you're going to encourage him a little.
Well, they've all got horses.
Now, do you ride horses?
Oh, I do. And most of the rodeos that I announce on a horse. But as far as recreational riding, no.
What about working with Dan? How does that work?
Oh, man, that's one good thing about this deal right here. I mean, it is a workout, but there is absolutely zero pressure on you here. I mean, the only pressure on you here is what you put on yourself, and what you're going to do that. I mean,
right. I know he delegates. Lauren helps him with the clinics and with the mule show and. Lauren just does his own thing.
He does, and you cannot believe. I've never even asked them, but how many people, local people, that he employs here for 2 weeks,
right,
before the race, and then a week or 2 after the race. I mean, myself, Pete Corona, he runs the setup. He's my neighbor up there at Denard. My wife's one of the timers, and my son helps with the Calcutta. Not just my family, but I mean, there are lots and lots of people that
Clinton,
benefit.
Arkansas has to
Clinton,
love
Arkansas. I've always said I would really like to see, and I guess you could look it up, but I would really like to see the sales tax you know,
For this event.
for this 12 days, for
Right.
2 or 3 days before the race, 2 or 3 days after the race. I would like to see the
Oh,
curve,
it's
the
got
arch
to be astronomical.
on that sales tax. It's a great event for Clinton, Arkansas. It's a great event for Arkansas.
Right. Oh yeah, as a whole.